Hey, and we are live. Welcome, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to everybody, man. I hope everybody that's watching me. It is from Houston, all over Texas that we had all this crazy weather, man. My blessings, a little 30-second prayer for everybody, man. 30-second. I mean, a little prayer. Let's just bow our heads and just pray for everybody that, everybody is still having problems with their houses and their pipes busting. Let's just pray for a minute. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be back, man. Man, hey, man, it's gonna get better and better. Man, I've been off for a whole month. Had COVID, and then the weather. So I've been a whole month and a few days. But now I'm back. And today's topic: what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Roll in the intro and let's get it started in the Push Power to Power show. And we are back. Hey, what's up, Edward? What's up, Edward Luevano? What up, man? Chasing your dreams, man. Hashtag chasing your dream. But hey, guys, I just, happy to be back. Happy to be back here, man, with you guys, putting more content. I'm going to be bringing out more content. So right now in 30 minutes, I'll be done before that. Go out there at the Push Power to Power show audio, podcasts, not podcasts, I mean Apple, Spotify, wherever that you listen to audio podcasts, go out there and check it out tonight at 7. I just published a new episode 19, and it's with my boy Ocio de Bastos. I mean, go out there, listen to it. He's another podcaster here from Houston. He has his podcast Houston movement. Freaking amazing person, man. If you're in Houston and you want to meet him, let me know. I can let you know where he at, or go check out ociomedia.com and go check what he does, man. But hey, man, nonetheless, man, look at this, man. Woo! I'm out there promoting, helping out there. Don Anastacio Tequila. This is Don Anastacio Tequila Blanco. And then we got Don Anastacio Reposado. And then we got Don Anastacio Añejo. So if you're here in Houston and you're coming out to the office and you want to try it out, check a shot while we're doing an interview, while I'm interviewing you as a guest, well, you're going to be able to try Don Anastacio Tequila. And not for me, but I'm telling you, man, I'm not really a big tequila person, but these tequilas, man, when I learned about tequila and about it, how like education-wise, and I tried them and sipped it and find out what was the taste of it, man, that way I was like, why didn't I get that before, when I was younger? Than just drinking Jose Cuervo, just like everybody out there, we drank that at college, or you didn't go to college, you got drunk on your birthday, and now you're like, I don't even want to drink tequila. But guess what? These tequilas, man, when I just tried them, just a few shots, and then another shot, and I'm tasted just like wine. I was like, man, I can taste these. Everybody tastes taste whatever they want to taste different. And I like it, man. I like that tequila blanco is really good, but the añejo and the repos, man, they all good. But since you're here, when you get here, let me know. And also, they're in specs already. They're in specs. They're in about 15, 18 different Mexican restaurants here in Houston, a couple of bars. And finally, they're in specs. I should have wrote it down. I have my pen here in my notebook. So I was, writing. I'm on the go and writing stuff down. But don't worry. I will let you know. I will let you know which specs it's at. And then so you can go out there and buy it yourself now, man. And if not, like I said, every time you come here, come and visit me, or you're gonna be a guest in the show, man. We're gonna take some shots. Trust me. But let's get back to business. What are you afraid of? What are you really afraid of? Ask that yourself. I know it's tough because everybody is afraid of something different. Either you're afraid to jump in, maybe not all in on business, or jump in on a different job, or jump in on helping somebody, or just you're shy. You get the point. We all have those afraid moments in our lives, and that's perfectly fine. Even till now, I'm asking myself, damn, Jesus, what are you afraid of? I'm like, man, there's so many things that I'm afraid of. I know I'm afraid of heights, not as much as before, but I'm still afraid of heights. But I will go now, to a mountain and climb it, not all the big mountains, but where I can go out there, But I'm afraid of that. And if you ask yourself, you're afraid of something, it's like everybody else. We are humans. We're not perfect. We're going to be afraid on a lot of different levels. And that's fine. On business, sometimes you just going to be so tired, not believing in you, not believing in nobody, not even believing in God, the creator, whatever you want to call it, and be tempting, not that it's tempting you, but the evil, the whatever you want to, that mindset that you have is making you be afraid on different things. And I get it. I get you, man. I'm there. I'm there with you, man. Like I said, I'm still afraid of heights. And sometimes you're afraid of your business, man. Or you be afraid of your job, to lose your job, to lose your business, to be like, damn, I'm working too hard and smart too, but hold on, guys, hold on. But what's going on? I don't see it being too productive. Yeah, maybe sometimes you don't. So you have to think about it. Yes, I'm afraid. You never know if I lose my business or I just quit. I'm afraid of quitting my business because I love what I do. What would happen if I just drop the towel and go and just go? It's tough. I know everybody's struggling. We gone out to COVID. We got the Arctic thing that happened here in all over Texas, the snow. But everywhere in the world, everybody's struggling about something. The whole big thing's still there. We got to wear a mask. Or the things that, losing your job, but you gaining your mindset and be like, you know what? I want to start a business because now I know that I worked 30 years for this company and now I'm out. They just let me out and they said that they were going to call me back. And guess what? That didn't happen. So I learned something new and I started my own business. I had a skill already, so I pushed it out. And again, we go back to that. But what are you afraid of? And it's fine. And it's good to ask that question. And if you have a notebook or in your phone, you write it down. You write it down and ask again. I'm not saying to ask it every day, but whenever you can, I'm like, man, okay, man, I'm afraid today that I don't feel like, working. I don't feel like doing the podcast. I'm just giving you an example. But if I don't do the podcast or I don't put some content or do this, then what's going to happen? I'm just going to go home, not be productive. But what am I going to do at home? Just sit down, watch Netflix. And there's nothing wrong but watching Netflix, HBO, etc. But you just have to believe in you. You have to go farther and beyond of that afraidness that you have, because we are like, just like me. I'm afraid of the heights, but still I gotta go beyond, because I'm like, man, I really want to go to the top of the building. I jump, but I want to see from the top of the building all the way to the bottom, and that's something that I was really afraid of. Like, not even go to the top of the buildings, or not even that high. I mean, like, forget that. I'm not gonna go. I'm just afraid of it. What's up, Edward? Edward said, I'm taking the jump to entrepreneurship. I fear of failing, but I'm letting my fear push me and motivate me. I'm gonna read it one more time, because this is important. What he said. I'm taking the jump to entrepreneurship, and I fear of failing, but I'm letting my fear push me and motivate me. That's powerful right there. And that what he said is true. You know why? Because if you use that fear or that afraidness of whatever it is that we have, or we're afraid, like I said, myself, the heights, or being afraid to jump in and partner up with somebody, or being afraid to start, your entrepreneurship road, journey. But if you use that fear of be like, man, you know what? We're gonna fail anyways. And it's good to fail. Man, it's really good to fail. I think that as much as you celebrate the small wins, that you, no matter how small they are, I always celebrate the failures too, because when you celebrate the failures, you're writing stuff down and be like, all right, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Because if I do, it's my fault. I'm gonna blame it on me, because why am I gonna repeat and do the same thing and fail it again when I know that doesn't work? It doesn't work. So if you try to do something different, but it doesn't work, that's fine. You can do 3, 4, 5 things it fail, that it might fail on business, personal life, or with your girlfriend or whatever. But you come on, we're not that dumb and stupid. We're gonna sit down and realize that, like, come on, Jesus, or come on, Bobby, or whatever, your name. I'm just putting examples. I'm not gonna, try to make that mistake again. I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna learn what happened. Why did I fail in that business? Why did I fail in that relationship? What did I do? I'm not gonna blame them. I'm gonna blame me and see what were my failures. What were those strategic things that I did wrong on whatever that you were doing, and be like, all right, I'm stop. Let me write it down, or like I said, put it down in your computer, on your phone, and be like, all right, this is not gonna happen again. Because when you feel that it's gonna happen again, you stop and realize that, all right, I think this is going the same way that I was starting first. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that mistake, because now I'm wasting time, valuable time, because time is very valuable. But again, we all have this afraidness, and it's fine to have all this afraidness in you. It's fine. I'm just letting you know. I just, on the top of my head, I just know that I'm afraid of heights. Oh, and I'm afraid of I don't even know how to swim. I'm afraid to swim. I mean, of what happened to me when I was a little kid. My cousins put me in a big thing and took me all the way straight on the pool to the high end, and then I fell, and then man, so I was afraid. I don't even go to the pool that much. Like, I'm not afraid of the water. I go in. I don't know how to swim. I can walk in it and have some fun, but I'm afraid of it. Like, that's on my mindset of what happened when I was little. To that, I'm afraid of that. So I'm afraid of swimming, or try to learn how to swim. But I know that I somehow gotta beat my mindset and learn how to swim, and learn how to swim. Just like I learned how not to be too afraid of the height of being, on top of the mountain, on top of a high building, because I'm afraid of the heights. So everything that you are afraid of, like my friend Edward said, just push that fear. Well, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of swimming. Like myself, I'm afraid of swimming. Well, how can I start somewhere slow or small, little things like just by yourself, and then later on, okay, I'm gonna hire somebody to teach me how to swim the right way. Boom. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go all the way to the 74 the building that has 74 all the way to the top and stare at the window, look down, and be like, okay, I'm safe here. I'm not gonna jump or anything. I just look in the view of the city is beautiful. All of those things, you will realize when things happen that way. When you're afraid of something, you're like, okay, I gotta sit down, and I know things are gonna be. Look, man, I'm 35 and I'm still afraid of a lot of things. Like I'm saying, this just came out of my head. I know I'm afraid of a lot of other things, just like yourself. You might be afraid of all these different things, and that's fine. But you keep on pushing that line, even though you're afraid. You yourself find out how not to be afraid of those things, little bit by little bit. Again, I'm 35 and I'm still afraid of, learn how to swim. I'm still afraid of the heights. Not that much anymore, like I used to be. But there's all of this afraidness that we gotta push through. That you gotta see it through your own eyes, and be like, man, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, I'm afraid of that. But how can I help myself? Who can help me? Who can I go as a group? Who can I find somewhere, a friend, a family member? Hey, you know what? I'm ready to go to swim. Hey, you know what? Man, I'm afraid to jump in to start my first business. Let me go and talk to Jesus. Oh, man, let me go talk to Bobby. Let me talk to Ricky. Let me find a group, or take them out to lunch and be like, hey, guys, I'm always been afraid of this. I've been trying and trying so hard not to, and jump in entrepreneurship, or find a partner so we can start our business in the restaurant, all of this. But I just want to hear your ideas, guys. So see, when your mindset start working that way, a lot of different things will happen. A lot of different things would happen. A lot of things would change. A lot of people would try to help you left and right. But when you thought that it couldn't happen, that somebody would not help you, because your mindset said, man, whatever, man, no one's gonna take their time to help me. Trust me, there's people out there. If you don't waste their time, you don't waste none of your time, they will help you. Remember, time is very valuable. It's just like oxygen. Just like I always say, God is there first, oxygen, and then time. Time is so valuable. So don't waste nobody's time. Make sure that when you go out there and talk to somebody, business person or something that you already know you're going through, prepare and talking to them, whoever it is, man. But that's it for me today, man. That's it for me today, man. The Push Power Show today. Talk to you, your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz. Wanted to talk to you about what are you afraid of, and that I'm happy to be back. And there's gonna be more podcasts, solo podcasts coming in, short solo podcasts. I'm training myself not to go beyond 30, 40 minutes by myself. The same when I have a guest, not to go over an hour and 45 minutes. Give you this great value of me when I'm doing solo. Give you super great value when I have a guest. Either they're coming in here, or either we're doing it online, whatever it is. There's a lot of things that now that I'm back and I've been at home for the whole month, I've been writing a lot of stuff down, things that I'm going to do with the podcast. So I'm very excited about it. So, man, there's a lot of things that are going to happen. The same stuff that I'm doing, but new things that I want to help, more people have their own podcast. I want to help you do that. You want to use the podcast room right here, you can use it. I want to help more businesses, small businesses, have their own brand authority. Oh, damn, I have a podcast. The Taco Gordo podcast. I'm just giving you an example. Man, you're doing your podcast. And if you don't have time, I can help you do that. I can actually help you do that. Set up your audio, set up everything that I'm doing right now. I want to do that. I want to help you have your own authority in your own podcast. That's the last thing I wanted to say. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask me, how can you help me, Jesus? I just want to do it as a hobby. Jesus, how can you help me? I want to do it as a business too. I really want to have my podcast, but I really don't have time. Well, I can help you with that. I can help you with that. Either ways, if you're going to do it yourself, I can help you with that. I can consult you and you do it yourself, or how did I start it, blah, blah, blah. I can do all that. And then you're like, Jesus, man, I want to help. I want to have my podcast. I want to have it in Spotify and all of that. And I will do the video and send it to you, and you put it in like this, like I'm doing right now. Have a little video, put it out there, boom, content, and then have a visual podcast and audio. I can do that for you. I can do. That's what I really truly want to do with the podcast. Help other people have their own podcast, building their own brand authority. And that's it, guys, for me, man. Thank you very much. And I hope you keep on having a blessed Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? I hope I'm right. Yeah, it is Tuesday. It says Tuesday right here in the computer, February 23rd. It's 6:47 p.m. I told you I was going to be done before the 30 minutes. So y'all can go out there, Spotify, Apple, whatever. Go check out the Push Power to Power show. Me, your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz, interviewing your boy, Ocio de Bastos. It's an amazing podcast. From a podcaster to another podcaster, man, he's the podcast Houston movement is amazing. Go check it out. Anything, ask me about him, and we get it ready, man. Edward, thank you. Thanks so much for sharing and watching the show. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, again. And I'm happy to be back. And again, man, come show up. Let's take some tequila shots. And also, Big Stick Spirits is in the house. I have the bottle. That's bourbon whiskey. Big Stick Spirits going to be here, too. So I'm going to have the tequilas. I already have the tequilas and having the bourbon whiskey, too. So thank you very much. And I'm happy. There's going to be more content, more spectacular guests that I'm going to be bringing. Left and right, a lot of projects that I'm going to be doing here at City Center where I'm at the little studio. I'm going to start doing everything that I said before that I was just how to do it. That's why I'm actually changing, like work hard, work smart. No. Boop, I'm flipping it up. I'm going to work smarter and harder and leveraging what I know, my skills with other people, other entrepreneurship, small businesses that we can collaborate. How can we do this? How can we do this? How can we make this money right now so we can help each other more and we can help more people? We can help more people, and I can help. Like I said, I'm going to still doing the Kidpreneur visions, or help more of the kids building. And actually, I'm going to do this, helping the kids have their own podcast, their own Kidpreneur podcast, different podcasts, because not a lot of kids have their own podcasts. I want to have most of the Kidpreneurs that they're already building their own authority with their own podcast. Boom, let's make that happen. Boom, let's keep on having a great evening. Your boy, Jesus Ortiz, the real Jesus Ortiz from the Push Power to Power show. Peace out. I love ya, and I see ya mañana. Boom. And remember, ask those questions when you feel so downly. What are you afraid of? Well, I mean, what are you afraid of? And don't forget to follow your boy at Yeraldy Media on the visual and the Push Power to Power show in the audio podcast. Put a review, subscribe, feedback, any questions. That's gonna help me. And it's going to help everything with the algorithm that is always changing. The more it helps, the more I can help you, the more I can bring you more value. Boom! Because I can still stay and talk. Your boy Jesus Ortiz is really out now. Boom! Peace out.